Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday night's RSF1 Division 5 race around Bahrain this evening. My name is RSF1 Raikkonen, and tonight I am joined by Bamba Viking. Good evening, Bamba.
You alright, Raikkonen?
I'm very well, thank you. Okay, so round 2 of Seasons 2 Championship. Australia was fun last week. We had some memorable moments from a lot of the drivers, didn't we, Bamba? Especially the last 6 laps of the race.
Yeah, definitely. My favourite moment of the race has to be Jay Locker. Loses on the last lap from the lead. You know,
oh, that was such a shame for him. Yeah, by all means. And I think that, well, between him and RSF1 Alonso, I think they are going in for the award of bottle job of the season. But who knows? It's a new race this week. It's a different track, different kind of track as well. This track is a little bit more flowing than Australia, I think. It's hard on tyre wear by all accounts. The soft tyres are like chocolate here. They do only last about 6 or 7 laps, unless you're an official for Pirelli and you know exactly what compound them tyres are made out of. Then you might get 10 or 11 laps out of them. But I know that a lot of the drivers will struggle with tyre wear here. And I've just had a message from one of the committee members that we are waiting for a certain driver at the moment, so we are going to be a little bit running late on the race start, or start of qualifying. So we've got about 5 minutes till we go. Well, 3 minutes now. About 8 I've been told we're getting the green light to go. Bamba, what are you expecting from this race? Who are your favourites?
Well, last time we had 14 drivers. Now we have around 19 with the we're waiting on the last one. So I'm not sure if those 5 drivers that weren't here last week have any pace. So I won't make any predictions because I'm usually wrong with that.
Yeah. Okay. There was some shocking, well, not shocking pace, but some quite nice surprises last week as well, weren't there? With the new driver's pace, especially Military Virus and V Reefer, they definitely like surprised us a little bit.
Yeah, I think I think both of them kind of shined through the field until obviously their mistakes. They both had mistakes, which dropped them down. But without them, it looked like it was a race between those two.
Yeah, definitely. It was, yeah, like you say, but it was like, I think it was also to do with the track of Australia. Australia can catch you out, can't it, at the best of times. You know, I've put miles and miles of practice around Australia. That 12 and 13 turns. If you just one day, one moment think, oh, I can get a little bit cocky with this one, it will bite you in the arse basically and make you pay for it. But then there's also a corner like this at like that at Bahrain. What turn is that? Oh, it's turn 12 going into 13. I'm sure Bamba knows that turn very well. You touch that inside curb on the right and it's unforgiving, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really easy to just, you know, lock up and make a mistake and go wide. Especially going through the gears, it's really easy to lose the rear end because you're kind of braking while turning, and that doesn't really work. So it is one of the most difficult corners on the calendar.
Yeah, absolutely. No two ways about it. It seems like an easy corner, but it isn't. You know, you do have to like give that inside curb a wide berth. So we're now underway. The lobby has got away. We're now entering qualifying 1. I'm sure the drivers now are selecting what sort of tyres they're going to be carrying around with them for the event this evening. I'm sure a lot of people are going to go for it more for the harder options. I know that in the medium-hard strategy or hard-medium strategy is the favoured strategy for Bahrain. What strategy did you do on? Was it Tuesday you raced, wasn't it?
Yeah, I start mediums, went to hards. And the mediums are definitely the best harder. They last a really long time and they're just really fast. So
yeah, absolutely. We've also now, speaking of which, as everybody has probably found out today, there is an update to the game, and we have a new mini-map, which will be able to tell us where we'll have a bit more details. So we've got a car now coming out. The Ferrari's gone out first. Looks like the Mercedes are also firing up to go out as well. So, and a Red Bull there, which they're not messing around. They want to get out there early. They want to put us in laps. So, first driver out this evening is Cosmic Cameron. Driving for the Ferrari. Now, Ferrari... They're not really... Well, I think for both seasons, Ferrari have just not had a very, very good outcome, really. But like this season as well, we're doing a little, as you all guys have probably noticed now, we're doing it a lot different this season. We've actually got the entire league constructors championship rather than having the individual tiers championships. So there's a lot more team play going on, isn't there, Bamba? A lot of people are getting behind the drivers and in the garages with their with their other tier buddies in the same car, and helping each other out, and it's showing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It feels like there's a lot more of a team emphasis this season. Even the last race that we did commentating, there was a lot of team chat and the chat between us as well. So I think
is the stream up and running? Have you got it available to you at all?
Yeah. So there's I think it's a new feature. The track map is now on the screen was an option. I don't know if that was there last time, but
yeah. So there is an option now for it. So it looks like we're all up and running and going lovely, guys. Yeah, guys, please comment on your thoughts for the race. If you've got any inklings of weather, can you let us know, please? Because obviously, as the comms team, we do not know. I would absolutely find it hilarious if somewhere along the lines we see a little bit of rain on Bahrain. Although I don't think anyone's had any had wet weather at Bahrain, have they?
No, definitely not.
No. So the Ferrari, we're looking at the Ferrari as it goes along now, and it doesn't. Well, the back end of that Ferrari does look like it's slipping out a little bit there. So whether he's got a problem there with his setup, or some people just like that little bit of a loose back end with the car, who it would be there for his to tell. So at the moment we have got 29 viewers, guys. Hello, welcome everyone. Anyone want a shout out, just put your hands up. I will try and keep you updated, or keep updated. And there's our first flying lap, a 1:28.4 from Connor in the Ferrari. Oh, sorry, not in the Ferrari, in the Haas, sorry. Oh, 20, yeah, so CCRL Clark in the Mercedes has now done a 29.0.
I think they're asking for the full track map on the screen for the stream.
Full track map? Okay, not a problem. Let's have a look, see what we can do. There we go, guys. So now everyone can see what's going on there. Sorry about that, full track map as requested. So there is currently a yellow flag in the early parts of Sector 2. I think that's just a slow racing point though, just warming up its tyres. Right, let's see if we can go along with someone and follow them on a lap. So we're on board with Rogers Rascals now. Bamber, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, for the final. There we go. Alright, so Roger Rascal's going into turn 1. It's turn 2 now. Short shifting from 2nd off up to 4th. Down the back straight, one of the added DRS zones around Bahrain from this from 2019. And the third, it's a quite a wide, long radius corner, that one. It looks shallow, but it's not. This one, avoid the curves. Heavy hairpin, very easy to lock up and go wide. Uphill, 12 and 13, one of the hardest corners on the column. Goes a bit wide, DRS open. He's got very low ERS, in the 20s actually, so up to 8. Keeps it in, now he goes down to 4th for this left-hander. Up the hill again. And into the gravel, yeah.
Into the gravel. Oh no.
That's pretty bad.
He got out of the way there. That's unfortunate. That is definitely not gone his way there at all. Such a shame. Absolute such a shame there. But I'm sure he'll regroup, go back into the pits and put on a fresh set of boots and try again. That's all you can do.
Vettel is saying if you talk bad about Renault, he could do something there.
No, let's not have any of that sort of attitude, please, ladies and gentlemen. We are all in a... what's the word I'm looking for? I am being biased towards Alfa Romeo this evening. I'm sorry, but I'm an Alfa Romeo driver. So that's going to happen, guys. So, let's have a look at the moment. Oh, RSF1 Alonso has managed to put in the 5th fastest time with a 1:29.3. How is Team Renault doing? On the hards, we've got V-Reef 42 on a 1:30.4. That's actually not bad for a hard lap time.
Yeah, it's good. 6 tenths clear of anybody at the moment. So, Jay Lacker gets a huge snap of oversteer into the corner, the hairpin. Turn to I think it is.
Yeah, he's definitely bought his lap there. You can see he's bought his lap there. Most definitely.
It'll be interesting to see who uses manual gears and who uses automatic in here, because you'll notice by the gear choices if they start losing it at the entry. It's probably because they're mashing down the gears too quick and the car can't keep up with it, so it loses the rear. Usually they're a lot more smoother automatic.
And also with the traction zones as well, if they're short shifting to get more traction and get more speed up quicker, then yeah, that's probably going to make a big difference as well. Evening Shane, yes, he has been practicing hard as you keep telling us. Who else have we got out there on the stream this evening? VRC Dan, hello, welcome. Connor Todd, team has, yep. It looks like Vettel is definitely on the reefer side of things.
Yep.
I just hope that's following the sport. But actually, V-Reefer has asked me to call him a different name this evening. One of the division heads gave it to him, and it's Lightning McQueen. So, guys, if we are making a reference to Lightning McQueen, we will be talking about V-Reefer. So, Lightning McQueen is V-Reefer this evening. Or vice versa, whoever I decide at the time to call. Okay, so, here we are. Is a lovely, beautiful, good-looking Alfa Romeo come out. It's a shame about the driver, though. I'm sure that driver doesn't match the looks of the car. He's probably going to go, oi, no, Maybe, I don't know. I might do a bit of the old famous words of Verstappen and RSF1 Alonso, but I don't think Mr. Roberts would be too appreciative of it, because all last week, all we kept hearing as drivers kept going down the main straight, or open up a DRS zone, but I will say it once, and I will say it once only, guys. So okay, let's go on board with Tomo right now. Open the DRS zone, frontline speed down into eighth gear, hard on the power, keep it open wide, 210 miles an hour, braking hard for turn 1. Oh, he's gone wide there into turn 2, keep on the inside line, go wide for turn 3, open the DRS as soon as you can, hard on the power, get onto the left hand side of the track, because turn 4 you need to take the corner and cut the corner as dare as you might. Perfect there, kiss the apex, go wide on the exit, stay on the left hand side for the first part of the S's, let the car go to the right, don't use too much power though, because the back end does get very light, stay off that curb on the right hand side there, into the hairpin turn. Beautifully done into second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. Now this next section is downhill braking, can be very tricky. It will catch you out if you're not careful, and Tomo manages to do that very well. DRS wide open, down the back straight, ready to drop down into fifth or fourth gear. Fourth is better for engine braking, because it will just get you pull that car in. Go wide on the corner, up to, I can't remember the names in turn. Next corner, stay away from that inside apex. Down into fourth gear, let the car sweep into the into the turning, let it go wide on the exit. Hard on the power down the last straight before you get to the final corner, and this is normally about a fourth or third gear turn. Cut the apex beautifully, don't go too wide because you will invalidate your lap. Hard on the power, open the DRS zone, down the start finish straight, across the line, 129.6. He does not improve his time. So I see Tomo's there being told to use the track apparently by a certain person.
It'd be interesting to see who Schumacher does. He's filling in for Philippe, he can't make it. Philippe, so he can't make it for Renault. So.
Okay, so Schumacher is a reserve driver, Schumacher SF7. So we now have 2 Schumachers in the league. Now this is interesting, very interesting stuff.
There's 2 Vettels in F1 alone, so.
Oh yeah, AMS Vettel and RSF1 Vettel.
Yep.
But the irony is, one of the Vettels is actually a German.
The other one's a fraud.
The other one's a fraud. Okay, so we're on board. Should we go on board with Renault, guys? If you want to go on board with Renault, just say yay now. Let's find out what this... Well, at the moment, he's done a 129.5. So, let's go on board with the Renault. Bamba, do you want to take it round?
Yeah, sure. So, Schumacher filling in for Felipe and the Renault. He's doing well at the moment, in 6th. Heavy braking turn 1, down to 2nd, 1st gear. Very nice. Up to 3rd, 4th. DRS open. It's very smooth for those first 3 corners. Then the 2nd, not a lot of drivers use that here, they use 3rd and short shift up to 4, but he keeps it in 2nd. Push the curb on the outside, pull the inside, avoid this 2nd curb on the outside. Through the hairpin, down to 1st, very nice braking, no lock up. No need for a short shift, use the exit curb, over to the right. Try to brake in a straight line, but cut in off the brakes. DRS line is very close to the exit corner, so you have to be well aware. Over to the right of the curve, 3rd, short shift up to 4.
Oh.
Flat out, just uphill right-hander.
Oh, he's 6/10 up on his time. It's the fastest sector 2.
Coming to the final corner, sticks it in 7th. Then the 2nd, 3rd, and then straighten it out across the RS line and P1, P2.
P2, very nice time, number 128.6.
My mic is crackly, apparently.
Oh, okay. It might be the, you remember the glitch we had last season with it? It may have come back to haunt us. I will free up a little bit. It's horrible when that happens. It really is horrible because well, it was a frustrating thing last season. Okay, so is it me or is that the Schumacher RSF7 seemed to be a little bit having a few connection issues there? I'm not too sure. Don't want to say too much just as yet. Okay, so let's have a look of who we got out on the track. So RSF1 Button in the second Alfa Romeo. He's done a 129.6. So the two Alfa Romeos are in 6th and 7th at the moment. V Reefer at the moment, no, he is down there at the moment in 16th position, but he has now come back out on the softs. So this is where we will find out what his part of what his qualifying pace will be. Lauda has been out on the softs, I think, already. Roger Rascal's currently at the moment sitting down in P18. I'm sure that last lap when we were on board with him didn't help his confidence there too much. Okay, oh, Connor Todd with a 128.4, so he improves on his time there. Okay, so V Reefer, let's ride on board. Down the start finish straight, 210 miles an hour. Short it down, shift it down to second gear for turn 1. Go left on turn 2, right on turn 3. Don't ride the apex too much because you will lose time. Get to the left hand side of the track, open your DRS as soon as you can. Down into turn 4, down into third gear, cut the corner, take the corner, let the car go wide into turn 5 and 6 now. Go left, right, and then another left. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there. Cut this hairpin a little bit perfectly. Turn 7. Also turn 8. Down into turn 9 and 10. Remember, downhill braking. Don't brake whilst you're turning. DRS wide open. Down onto the back straight, which is the last DRS zone of the track, and then in through to turn 11. It's slightly uphill. Left-hander, and then into turn 12. Turn 12 is the turning that can catch everybody out. You catch that inside curb and that'll be your end of your qualifying lap. Turn 13, you can cut that slightly on the side, but don't go too wide. There is a gravel trap there that will catch you out. Down the last straight before getting to turns 14 and 15. Hard on the brakes, down into 4th gear, hard on power. Now get the best exit that you can. DRS wide open, across the line in a 128.3 from V Reefer 42.
Look at Military Virus there, look how close he is to overcome Orphan. They're both on laps, so he's getting held up here because there's a speed difference and the faster car is behind the slower car, so he's just gaining and gaining, which will affect him through the faster corners there. So I don't really expect a brilliant lap to be posed. Oh yeah, he's at the lift. Yeah, he's abandoned it.
Yeah. But he's not going to be able to make it for another lap because qualifying time is now over. So anyone else left on a lap is got to finish up. So let's have a look who we got coming around. So I can see a Toro Rosso there and a Mercedes together. Oh, so it's a Red Bull and Mercedes together, Zombie Head, and I think that was Albon. Yes, it was. Right, okay. So here we go. Oh, look, there's Kazzy Babe in the McLaren.
Oh.
So Rebsters.
Albon's car just got really close to Zombie Head's car. Thought there was going to be a collision.
Okay, so the RSF1 Rebster, he's currently on a flying lap at the moment. He made it across the line, so he's in Sector 2 at the moment. Let's keep an eye on this one. One of the eldest statesmen of the league. Through turns 11 and 12 now. I know that RSF1 Webster has been practicing lots this week for this track. He's feeling confident. He wants to finish in the mid-pack. He's gone a little bit wide on the exit there of turn 13, but it shouldn't lose him too much time. He hasn't invalidated. Oh, but he has slipped down on his ERS for some strange reason. I think he's actually said, no, I don't need to go push much further. I'm going to save the engine and the gearbox.
Yeah, so the 3 knocked out Q1 are overcome off and RSF1 Louder and Roger Rascals all in different teams. So
Yeah.
it's not a great day for them.
No, it is not at all. So that is such a shame. Oh, we've got a faster sector 3. Oh, that is, yeah, okay. This track map is a little bit confusing because I just saw a flash of a final sector 3 there in purple, and I was like, okay, who's just set that? Because I thought Reefer was in the pits. Okay, so guys, that's Q1 over. Thoughts, Bamber?
Yeah, Reefer looks like he's really strong, but Conrad is quite close to him. Schumacher, who's filling in for Felipe, is doing really well looking forward so far. And Repster as well, who had a pretty bad race last time out, up in 7, so it's good
He
to
had a
see.
cracking qualifying last week though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah, but this is even better because there's 4 more drivers to contend with, so.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully
Military
not in the
Virus.
DNFs.
Yeah, Military Virus is quite far down actually, compared to where he started last week.
Yeah,
Not much
so
then.
we can only hope. We can only hope. So now it's into one of the most important qualifying sessions of the entire race weekend. Really, qualifying 2. This what?
I thought you said of the year. Q2, Bahrain, most important.
No. Of the race session. I was going to say the weekend, but it's not kind of like 2 days, is it? Unfortunately. So this is where the drivers decide which tyres they're going to be starting on for the race. Now,
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting. What?
If we had a qualifying different day and then we loaded into the lobby and we could carry over the more tires, I think that'd be a sick idea.
Yeah, that would be a good idea, but could you imagine the management for it?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it would mean that we'd have to have like 2 streams going at the same time and all sorts, and then it would be just like, well, we can't. Well, it'd be absolute mayhem because all the different times and stuff like that. Because obviously you'd want qualifying earlier so that the stream can have the main race of a different tier, and it's just like, nah. Unfortunately, it just wouldn't work. So it has to be all in the one session. Be a good idea. Do 100% races though, couldn't it?
Yeah, that would. Yeah. But then you'd have the problem
70...
with someone might get pole and not be able to do the race. So there's just waste.
Yeah. 79 laps around Monaco. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so we have got Alonso, Locker, and Connor Todd, Albon, and Schumacher all out on outlaps at the moment. So here we are currently on board, well not on board, but we're riding along with the Red Bull lawnmower. No. It sounds like it. Yeah, oh, sorry guys, I know I'm forgetting something here. Track map full, lap data on, detailed tyres. Right, okay. So we have got we've got a lot out on mediums, and we have got 1 person out on softs. Interesting, very interesting. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out on the hards. So are they hoping that they can go out on the hards, qualify and do a long first stint and be faster towards the end of the race? Kazi Babe, is he actually, or they, sorry, not, I shouldn't assume. There's not J Locker, a Zombie Head, sorry, that's in the Red Bull, along with J Locker. So, yeah. It's going to be So these 5 drivers out on the hards. Let's see what they. Let's keep an eye on them, Bamba.
Yep.
See if a lot of people, because some people might decide to like do this, but then because they're getting knocked out towards Q10, knocked out towards the end of Q2. I'm sorry, I'm quite tired this evening. Qualifying 10. Yeah.
One driver gets knocked out each round.
Yeah. Do you know what? That's the next qualifying format. There you go. F1 people.
Yeah, get rid of John Todd and all that.
20 qualifying sessions, knockout driver each one. Well, actually, no, you only need 19 because when you get the last one who doesn't get knocked out, there's your pole position time. Boom, done. Okay, so Connor Todd set the fastest lap on medium so far for 1:29.8. Albon on the mediums as well, set at 1:30.3. Schumacher out on hard to set at 1:30.4. Zombie Head is a 1:30.6 out on the hards. Button. Oh!
Oh,
no!
he's gone. No.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
The penultimate corner. The track map is very useful now. I see why they've added it because you can see exactly where the yellow flag is. You can just go through the drivers and go on board with them.
Be careful, please don't take anyone out when you're trying. You're not gonna turn it, mate. You're really not gonna turn it. Stay where you are, stay where you are. That's it, good boy. Oh no!
No! That's so unfortunate.
That's where the game's unfair a little bit, I think, because like
it doesn't realise.
Try and mind out. Yeah. Oh! RSF1 Rebster with the fastest lap of Q2 so far. In the Toro Rosso Honda powered lawnmower.
Yeah, it's not been a great 2 races for Bolton. He was doing well in Australia before his incident, and here he's been was fairly disqualified for trying to avoid a crash, basically, or taking out anyone. So did the right thing in the game, kind of screwed him over, but
absolutely, and it is such a shame. Really is a shame. But CCRL Clark just set the fastest lap on mediums of 1:22.2. But Button will be starting in P15 now.
That lap time is miles quicker than anyone else. 6/10 at the top.
What? Yeah. Wow. From the Mercedes driver, the Mercedes as I like to call it. Speaking of Mackie D's, I'm sure that someone's probably watching the stream that likes to spend a lot of time at McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Let us know. So it's interesting. So Alonso, he has gone out on the hards. He's done 2 laps. He's done 2 laps on them. Oh wow. That is a fast lap. Did you watch the stream last? Go on.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go first.
A lot of people in the chat, were saying that Reefer is their favourite. They think he's the quickest. So looks like they're right at the moment.
So far.
So far.
What is intriguing as well is well, did you watch the stream last night?
I was in it. I was like in the race.
Oh, what you in? Not last night. Sorry, Monday night.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I was absolutely flabbergasted with myself because I managed to pole it.
Nice.
Yeah. I was just like, I think I shocked a few people. They were like,
did you win though?
I was like, P2.
Oh, that's fair enough.
was in a
GG.
nice scrap with I was in a nice scrap with a Mercedes driver, a really good battle, which allowed a Red Bull to like kind of sail off in the distance a little bit. But I enjoyed the race. It was actually really good fun. But no, it shocked a lot of people because in Q1, Q2, I was like, you know, in the like in the top 10, but not like anywhere near like the pole position times or anything like that. And it was my first one in Q3, and I just hooked the lap up perfectly, and it was just like no one could get. Well, they got near it, but they didn't beat it. So I was just like, okay, fair enough, pole position. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, Q3 is where it matters. So if you're to hook it up in one of the sessions, you want it to be Q3.
Yeah, it was just nothing went wrong. Okay, so Timmer, he is out and he's about to start a flying lap on the hards. So let's go on board with Timmer. Okay, down the start finish straight. He's got his DRS wide open. Oh, and he's decided to call it a day already. Modes.
Yeah, I wonder what's happened there.
Oh, he's just finished a flying lap. I thought it was an out lap for a moment. Okay, never mind. Okay, so Jay Locker, he is currently out on a lap for the hards. He's coming now through the S's down into turn 8. Down into turn 8. So, oh, he's got a purple sector time there. And then through corners 9 and 10. Again, this is like to say, don't brake wash the corner in. Try and do it in a straight line, but it's really hard for this one, isn't it? Because you do have to correct the car at times. Down into through to turn 11. Beautifully, let the car go a little bit wide. He's a little bit feathery on the throttle there. Through turn 12, perfectly into turn 13. Let the car cut the corner. That's another purple sector. We are looking on for a fast lap here, guys, on hard tyres. Down the last straight. Get your engine mode mapped up there. There is no DRS advantage this one though, and then cut this corner beautifully. Let the car go wide, but not too wide because of the gravel trap, and you will invalidate your lap. Open your DRS zone, full power. Ooh, and it's a 130.316, P9 on the hards. So I think anyone that's driving on the hards at the moment are going to struggle to get through to Q3 if they want to be in Q3.
Yeah, it looks like a difficult tyre to get working on one lap.
Yeah. Well, that's the idea of the hards. They're more durable, but they take longer to switch on, guys. So let's look at the summary at the moment of where we are. So V Reefer at the moment is a 129.108 on the mediums. We've got CCRL Clark who are doing P2 that's in second at the moment with a 129.2. Military Virus, he was someone to watch last week as well. He's currently sitting in P3 with a 129.8.
Cosmic's off.
Yes? No.
Yeah, I think he lost it on the exit curve of the fast left-hander before the hairpin. Spun it around, but he's back on track now, so he's lost this. He's lost some elements of his wing. Yeah.
End plate.
You'll have to try to get back as quick as possible.
Dealing. Oh yeah, he's not a lot of time to do that either, so he needs to pit in fast, get in, get the new tyres on, and get straight back out.
Alonso goes up to 6, which drops Jay Locker down. So Alonso goes up to the highest hard runner at the moment. That's actually a really good time on those hards.
29.9 on the hard tyres, yeah, indeed. So that will ensure that will probably make Jay Locker have to come out again if he wants to get into Q3. Or is he going to play the sensible game and go, no, I'm sticking to my strategy here. Though I wouldn't want to be starting on the hard sitting where he is at the moment.
Yeah,
to be quite honest.
Schumacher behind them 2.5 tenths up in the first sector. Wonder if he's on.
Oh.
I think these are fresh mediums, so I'm not sure what he set his last time on. I think they were hard as well. So let's see what he can do on these brand new mediums.
Yeah. He likes to use a lot on the track here, and he's very smooth on that steering wheel. It looks like he's using a wheel here, or is he on the D-pad? Very smooth on the controller pad.
Extremely smooth.
Through turn 13, beautiful turn there. Last corner, turns 14 and 15. Gone a little bit wide. It
Yeah,
might cost him a little bit of time there.
Prince went 8
Nice.
tenths.
Renault
Wow.
1-2 at the moment. Renault first and second.
Between the two Renaults. Crazy. 9,000.
Is this going to be Renault domination?
Hopefully, fingers crossed it is. Oh,
You would say that.
Cicerel is gone. And the Mercedes, he spun it before turn 13, I think. Yeah.
Oh, and he's back on the gravel as well. He's struggling with that setup.
He's lost a bit of his wing as well, left side. End plate is gone. So I doubt he'll be gone again, that's him done, but I think he'll be safe up in third. It's a good time. It'll just ruin his tyres a little bit more. Revs, I think he's safe as well.
RSF1 Webster thinks he's safe as well, does he?
Yep.
Yep.
Cosmic.
Okay, oh yeah. So people are now retiring from the session, which is now that gives you the indication that they are.
Starting his lap.
Yep, we're now on board. Okay, so he's out on the mediums, down into turn 1. Oh, don't go too wide, Zimmer. Keep it together. Perfect little cut in the corner there.
No, he's good.
He's good. He's perfect. Yep. Albon's retired from the session. Okay, so Timmer's now coming through turns 9 and 10. Hopefully he gets that perfectly. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide there. Don't lose too much time. Get on that power fast. Down the last DRS zone through the zone. Will he make it through to Q3? That is the question. Up through to turn 12 and turns 13. Or turns 11 and 13. 12, sorry. Mind that inside curve, do not be tempted to take it. Down through to turn 13. Perfect little corner there. Down the back straight. Mode 4 on the DRS. You want as much push as you can. Connor Toddle with 129.099 takes the Renaults off their top spot. Timmer coming down from turns 14 and 15. He is coming down the pit start finish straight. DRS wide open. Will he get across the line? P5. He is through to Q3.
GG to him. Nice lap out of the back there.
And Jay Locker will not be making it through, guys. He has invalidated his lap on this run and he is stuck on P12. So it's not looking good for him. It's not looking good for him this race. As of last week, he was very strong in qualifying, but this time doesn't seem to be having much joy.
It's 18,000 between the top 3. And a blink of an eye is 1/50th of a second. So, like less than half a blink of an eye, and that's 3 cars in it.
So your drivers knocked out for this session is Zombie Head 304, J Locker 89, Kazzy Babe X in the McLaren, Cosmic Cameron 9 in a Ferrari who did not set a time, and RSF1 Button unfortunately was disqualified in the Alfa Romeo. So this is the main one. This is the main one where it all matters. Q3. Who's going to be on pole position? Right. We've watched the first 2 qualifying sessions now, Bamba. Who do you think is going to get it? Who's your money on? Who are you going to put money on?
Between both Renaults and Connor Todd, to be honest, because it looks like the Renaults are the most comfortable, but Connor Todd keeps putting in one lap that gets him up there. So my money will be on those 3, to be honest. Schumacher doing really well for like as a reserve, so
Yeah. So, away we go. So RSF1 Alonso is out in the Alfa Romeo. We've also got Schumacher SF7 out in the Renault. I have seen Connor Todd out there as well, so they're all coming out nice and early. We are going to have some action, guys. We have got a lot of action happening. They want to get out, but they don't want to be too close to each other because this is not a track for slipstream, because there are too many twists and turns in this circuit. It will cost you time if you are too far behind, or too close to one another. So you do need to find that perfect little area of space. It's kind of handy being the Alfa Romeo garage because you're quite far down the pit lane and you can just quickly get out before when you start hearing engines and get out before everyone else. That's the one advantage about being at the bottom of the pit lane. But no, this is going to be an interesting session. Everyone is out now, all 10 drivers.
Where's
There's only 3 full teams in this Q3.
Yeah, Toro, Renault, Merc.
Yep. Everyone else is out on their own.
Where's
okay,
Timothy been? Last week's winner.
So, RSF1 Alonso is the first one out to start a flying lap. Let's ride on board with him. So, down, start, finish straight into turn 1. Slam it down the gears. Second gear down to 40 miles an hour. Across the corner beautifully there. Cut the corner slightly on turn 2 and 3. Open your DRS. Get hard on the power and down through to turn 4. Turn 4 is a third gear turn. Get on the inside of the apex as much as you can, let the car go wide. Turn 4, then turns 5, 6 and 7. Do not go on the outside apex of turn 7, it will bite you hard in the bum. And then into turn 8. Get onto the inside of the apex perfectly there from from RSF1 Alonso. Down through to turn 9 and 10. Take the inside line, brake straight and then bring the car in, it will follow round. Open up the gas, power down, DRS open. Down the back straight through to turn, and then next turn is turn 11. Brake down to 4th gear, get on the apex perfectly there, let the car go wide, don't try and overcorrect it. Then into turns 12 and 13. 12, 13 is then beautifully there done, don't go too wide, hard on your power again, open up, get as much power as you can out of your car through just before turns 14 and 15. Take the inside line of the curb there perfectly. Don't ride it too hard though because you will lose time. Down the start finish straight, open your DRS, across the line. Provisional pole at the moment is 128.5. Schumacher has just crossed the line as 128.6, but Connor Todd has just gone past for 128.2. In the Haas, Webster has done a 29.1, Albon a 29.7, and CCRL Clark has responded with a second position time, provisional second of a 128.4. Military Virus, where are you? Okay, so someone else is Schumacher, Alonso. V-Reefer is a 28.6. RSF1 Albon has crossed the line. Military Virus is now about to cross the line. He puts in a 129.1. Timmer. And we have got a racing point of Tomonique first. Or Timonique, sorry. It's coming down the start finish straight. P8 and Timmer. Where are you going to put your Toro Rosso, mate? On P9. So at the moment, Connor Todd with a 128.7 is sitting on provisional pole. Then you've got CCRL Clark with a 28.4. RSF1 Alonso for P3 provisionally with a 28.5. P4 provisional is for Schumacher SF7 as a 28.6. V-Reefer is... So the Renaults are actually staying together. They look like they're playing the team game here. Wow! Schumacher SF7 in the Renault is a 28.1.
We were the top 4 last week. We were there.
This may not be a track that favours them. They might be struggling around this track, but you know, 1 lap pace is different to race pace. It could all go the other way in the race.
As predicted, though,
So,
Schumacher and Connor trod up there. So looks like they have it. They have the momentum.
Definitely.
With them.
I wonder if they've got a certain team leader in their garage as well, from who sounds like a little bit like he's for Liverpool, but actually says he's not, and he lives in Stoke.
That's a terrible accent.
I know.
I thought you were trying to put on like an leprechaun accent there for a minute, and I was like, what is this?
No. I don't need to like be going any potatoes or potatoes. But no, it's going to be interesting. So Schumacher actually did 2 laps on them softs, so he felt like he could do 2 laps on the softs, which is interesting. So he must have been quite heavy fueled. So this is where now the drivers think about when are they going to respond again for their second run, or do they feel brave enough? Could they get 3 runs in if they're in, out, in, out? It looks like a Mercedes coming out. Mercedes coming out onto clear track, doesn't want to get involved with everyone, and it looks like there's a Williams coming out there as well. So we've got a Williams, and so the Williams would be Military Virus, because that's the only Williams left in qualifying 3. And we've also got CCRL Clark out. However, what these guys got to be really careful of is that if they're out on flying laps and the field come out within the next minute and a half or minute to 2 minutes, they'll be out on their out laps, and they could get stuck by, and they could get held up by people on their out laps. The window for you getting a perfect lap is so fine in Q3, really fine, because everyone wants the perfect lap. So it is just it's luck, really, isn't it, Bamba, for making sure that you just time your perfect timing, basically.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you want to leave at least 2:10 on the clock, so that you can kind of take a leisurely lap around the track.
Especially
Sorry.
now, because obviously, guys, remember, you are not allowed to cut the corners to get in another lap. If you are, you know, it is in the rule book stated, and if you get caught on whatever, you will be penalised for it, and that's the last thing we want for you drivers, to be penalised for cutting corners. Right, Bamba, do you want to take us around with CCRL Clark?
Yep.
Okay, go on board now.
Onto the main straight again. It is Mercedes P3 at the moment. Heavy braking all the way down from 8th gear to 2nd. Be careful on the throttle, the short strip of the 4th. Very hard complex corners there. And you manage them pretty well. Up to 8th. A lot of drivers keep it in 7th. He goes to the 3rd, so drop of 5 gears. The quick right keeps it drops down to 5th a little bit.
Nice purple sector 1 there.
Yeah. 2nd for that, easy on the throttle. And the exit up to 6th. Keeping it in a straight line for the brake. Oh yeah, it goes up to 7th. That's unusual. Oh, he's kind of overshot it.
Really?
Kept it in the track limit, so let's see if he can still improve. The 8th again, a lot of drivers use 7th, so he's choosing to use the higher gears around this track. This might be playing with his hands, or it could have affected his deep corner at the hairpin.
I can see his teammate actually coming up on the next corner, around the next corner. There might be a little bit of team tax going here to actually help each other out.
Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, that was close.
Ooh.
Let's see if he improves.
Yeah, he does slightly.
With 10th, but it's not enough.
Yeah. Okay, so can he really have time for another lap? He could do if he's got enough fuel in that car.
He's giving slipstream to his teammate though. You have to take it away.
Oh, is he now?
Yeah, Albon going into turn 4. Followed by Timony getting the racing point.
Yep. Let's see what his sector 1 time is from the teammate, shall we? Oh, it wasn't purple. So it doesn't look like he's helping his team.
Oh, he's had a problem there. He's slowed down before the hairpin. I'm not sure if he's validated. I'll check.
Has he run out of fuel?
Oh.
No.
I don't
He's
know
just
what
backed
happened
right
there.
off.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We've got a Renault here on an outlap. We've got a Renault, right, V Reefer is now starting a flying lap. Let's go follow him along with it. So he's coming down the start finish straight now. He is very on key for a pole position or a top row spot here. Down to turn 1, into turn 2s and 3. Then into turn 4. Let's see if he can set a purple first sector, because if he sets a purple first sector, it means he is on point for it. Yes, he does. Wow. He is 4 tenths up. On his time from last out, and it is the fastest of the session so far. He's coming down through to turn 8 and 9. I hope he just hooks this up perfectly, and he does. Wow! And he's open to the RS zone down for the back straight, and it's the last DRS zone that you've got on the circuit, into down up to turn 11. Yep. 29, 27, 27.9. Wow. From F5. Oh, but we've got a purple sector 2 here from V Reefer. This is going to be an interest. This is going to be a flying of a lap, guys. He has got some serious pace, this young driver here, V Reefer 42. This is his first season here. He has hooked that corner up perfectly. He's going to open his DRS up. He's got a little bit of hers left, but he's just now run out. Will he cross the line? A 1:27.8. P1, P2 so far at the moment for Team Renault. That's qualifying over Conatod P.
Is he able to do it? Is he able to knock Reefer off the top step?
Let's find out, guys. It's all to play for. Both Mercedes coming behind each other.
No.
No. No.
Slower.
Military Virus is the next one to come across the line. Is he at all up on his time? It doesn't look like it. 26, 27, no. 28. No, he's not. He's not improved.
No, he's back there. It's a P1, P2 for Renault.
It's a Renault 1-2 for Bahrain on the pole on qualifying. That is impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive, guys. I am absolutely well done. Absolutely well done, guys.
Points for us. You have to convert it to a 1-2 now.
Yep. I wonder if there's a team captain that's going to tell them what to be doing. They are, yes, they are, Camo. They are absolutely flying tonight. At 27.8. That is close to my time of my pole position. I've done a 27.8 as well. For pole position, these guys are absolutely on fire.
Yeah, man.
There we are, guys. There we are. Here is your lineup for this evening. In pole position, it's V Reefer 42 in the Renault with a 1:27.8. Schumacher SF7 in the Renault with a 1:27.9. Conatod in the Haas with 1:28.2. CCRL Clark in the Mercedes with a 1:28.3. RSF1 Albon in the Mercedes with 1:28.4. Military Vivus in the Williams with 1:28.4 as well. 0.5. Alonso, Alfa Romeo, it's a 28.5. Webster in the Toro Rosso with a 28.7. Racing Point, Timonite, 28.7. And 10th, Timmer in the Toro Rosso with a 1:29.0. So the top 3 within half a second of each other. Right, this is the moment where we all choose to, I hope I'm going to go, I just need to have a quick toilet break. So, Bam, can you just entertain the audience for a moment, please?
Okay, so we'll see who readies up first here. Last week, sadly, it was Felipe in the Renault. But yeah, what a performance qualifying for the Renault team. Gathering all the points for us, so let's see what they can do in the race. You can only make points in the race, so it's very important to do well. And of course, the strategy changes as well. Let's see what drivers start on, softs, mediums, hards, or the combination they choose. Tire wear around here is quite hard, so if they can avoid losing grip with their tires early, then they should do well. Just waiting on the lobby host to ready up. This wait is always nervous for the drivers, because the longer you wait on the grid, the longer the nerves build up, and some people deal with the pressure better than others, but good start is much needed here for all the drivers.
I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Bamba.
Your echoes throw me off.
You what?
Your echoes throw me off there.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, Connor Todd. Who readied up?
I'll just record it.
Because it's not RSF1 Lauda that's readied up. I know that one, and RSF1 Lauda is the host.
Either Kazi or Connor Todd recorded it, so.
Okay, so here we go, guys. Formation lap time. That was very quick. Right, tyre, telemetry on.
It'll be interesting to see the position game played by the Renault.
Absolutely. So let's do the inaugural formation lap. So, in P1 is V-Reefer 42 in the Renault, and in P2 is Schumacher SF7 in the second Renault. In P3, it's Connor Todd 96 in the Haas. In P4, it is CCRL Clark in the Mercedes. In P5, it's RSF1 Albon, and they are both in the Mercedes. In P6, it's Military Virus in the Williams, and in P7, in the Alfa Romeo, it's RSF1 Alonso. And in 8th position, it is RSF1 Webster in the Toro Rosso. In P9, it's Tim and Ike in the Racing Point. In P10, Timmer 1911 in the Toro Rosso. In P11, Zombiehead 304 in a Red Bull. And in P12, it's J-Locker 89 in the Red Bull. Kazi Babe in the McLaren starts from P13. And in P14, it's Cosmic Cameron 9 in the Ferrari. And in P15, it's RSF1 Button in the second Alfa Romeo, starting on soft tyres. And in P16, it's Overcome Orphan 6 in the McLaren. And in P17, it's RSF1 Lauda in the second Ferrari. Oh dear. And in P18, it is Rogers Rascals in the last Haas.
Zombiehead isn't off to a great start, spinning on formation now.
Absolutely not, no. Okay. So this is now the formation lap all lining up. There's a couple of drivers there that are going to be starting on cold tyres. This could be absolutely disastrous because you don't want cold tyres going into Q1. Okay, so That's the inaugurational formation lap going. Bamba, I need you to keep account of how many cars go out in the in one instant in the first 2 laps, please. Okay, so this is the sound of 20,000 horsepower lining up on the grid, and you're going to hear it scream off in the next few seconds, guys. So we are just waiting for the last person to line up now before we get the start light sequence come up now. Okay, guys, here we go. One light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Go! And VW gets an amazing start, but Connor Todd from in the house has got a good start as well. The Renaults are going to cover each other, but Connor Todd at the moment sitting in P6. And oh no, Schumacher has gone 6th. He's dropped right back there, but VW for perfect start there, but he's under pressure from Connor Todd in the house. He's all over the track though. Connor Todd's just gone off the line. The Mercedes is challenging as well for P2. There's a Williams. They're going into side by side together. Military Virus, CCR, Clark, Connor Todd, RSF1 Albon and Schumacher SF7 in P6. Schumacher SF7 is not making progress at all. He's absolutely bogged down at the start. J Locker in 7th position, Zombie in P8. So the 2 Red Bulls, they have made a cracking start. They have made so many positions up already.
Horrible start for RSF1. Alonso down in 17th. He still has his wing intact, but still it's horrible. Schumacher loses another position.
Wow, this is just absolutely disastrous for the 2 Renaults there. They are on point for literally for a 1-2 there. They could have held it together, but unfortunately it hasn't worked out that one. But V-Reefer is now starting to sprint away from
the
rest of the
Stone's gone. CCRL's gone.
CCRL's gone very wide there, absolutely, and he's going to lose positions, please. He's got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits there, and he's got wing damage there, guys. Oh my days, it's gone horribly wrong. V-Reefer then in P1 is 1.6 seconds ahead of P2. He is flying away. Behind him, behind Military Virus is Connor Todd, 3/10 of a second. So this train starts from P2, P3 and P4. And then in P5, 1.2 seconds behind P4 is J-Locker 89. So like I said, guys, this is absolutely where the difference happens between race pace and quali pace, because so much happens in a race between wheel banging, people just everyone being clustered together. It's absolutely sensational at the moment. It is starting out to be a cracking race. So Military Virus at the moment is leading this 4-car train. Connor Todd, RSF1 Albon, J Locker and Schumacher at the moment is currently 1.1 seconds behind. So hopefully he can recoup himself. He is starting to pull it in, because obviously with these guys battling each other, it is allowing him to catch up. What's up?
Timmy's gone, he's lost his wing as well into the hairpin. Turn 10, I believe, yeah. So
wow,
the winner from last week having a bad start as well.
Absolutely, and also this is another question, guys. Will J Locker 89 make up for last week as well? Because it was in his hands on a silver platter, and we've just got a few more penalties come up there as well, Bamber. I just see on the bottom of the screen, but I'm not watching them because I was watching what's going around on the track map and everything. It's Albon, was it 3-second time penalty? Okay, so V-Reefer. Oh no.
He's got no wing. He's lost some wing, he's going to pit now. Starting on the hard now, it's going to change.
DRS is now been activated by the race officials, and this is where now we can start. Wow, so J Locker means business tonight then, doesn't he? He absolutely wants to make sure that he does not lose out again like he did last week.
Oh no.
Oh, where?
J Locker and Albon. Turn 4.
Oh dear.
Albon trying to retake the position off J Locker in a bit of contact, but all wings are intact.
So it's just a little bit of wheel banging there, was it?
Yeah, Schumacher's smelling blood though. Right on the back of Albon now.
Yeah, we can see this one now. This is going to turn out to be one epic battle here, guys. So what's happening at the moment? RSO, at the moment, your field stands at is V-Reefer 42, leading the race by almost 2 seconds after 3 laps. Connor Todd, Military Virus in P2. Connor Todd 96 in P3, J Locker 89 in P4, RSF1 Albon in P5, Schumacher SF7 in P6, RSF1 Webster in P7, Kazzy Babe in the McLaren is currently in P8, RSF1 Button started on softs all the way back there, P9, but he will be stopping very soon. That will cost him unless he can pull. Well, it's going to be a miracle race for him, I think. Cosmic Cameron 9 in the Ferrari in 10th. In 11th is Timmer 1911 in the second Toro Rosso. RSF1 Lauda is in 12th. Tim and Ike in P13 after his little spout there. And Kazzy Babe sets the fastest lap at the moment. Oh, look at the Renault. Oh,
He overshot it.
Big time overshot.
I think he just missed his braking point, to be honest, and just went straight on. Good thing Albon realised and took a wider line.
RSF1 Button gets a 3-second time penalty. So RSF1 Alonso currently sitting in P14. Roger Ruscles has made up 3 positions from starting 8 from the back of the grid. He's currently sitting in P4.
Oh, on the racing line.
Oh, yes.
Oh no! Oh Jesus! That's scary. He's gonna get disqualified. Needs to move now. Oh, he just gets out of the way. Wow. That is close.
Oh, that was definitely
on the racing line. That is mad. That gives another position to Jay Locker, so he's up 9 now. What a start.
It is a start, and so this is now Schumacher and Albon are going to start scrapping. This is where, look at Reefer, 3.5 seconds!
Don't drop the curse, don't.
No. He's running away with it though. Absolutely running away. Schumacher is smelling blood behind that Mercedes.
Someone's
now.
gone
That
again.
Renault.
Overcome Orphan.
Overcome Orphan and a Haas
and
across his rascals. It looks like they've come
waiting
together.
Yeah. I think Clarence waiting for the Haas driver.
Definitely. Right, I need to get back to here now because obviously there is a Renault smelling. Oh, and there's a Toro Rosso with RSF1 Webster coming up on the inside line here. Will he take it? Will he go for the move? No, Webster, no! Oh, so close! So close!
That was close. It looks like Schumacher's struggling here. He can't keep up with Albon. And the top.
Is he having trouble getting his
really.
tyre switched on? Oh, and Webster gets the move! Perfect! He capitalised on the mistake from Schumacher.
Quick move from Webster there. Okay,
that was quick thinking from the elder statesman.
Yeah. I think he's struggling with his braking. Schumacher tries to keep running deep in the corners.
Absolutely. So Webster has made a mighty move there. RSF1 Albon, will he catch up with Jay Locker? Will that Mercedes start switching on its tyres now? Who else we got really close together? So RSF1 Lauda at the moment, and the Ferrari is currently hounding down that wound. Is the Williams wounded, or is it? I can't see it quite there, guys. Has it got damage? No. But I'm sure that spin did not do their tyres very well at all. So them tyres are not going to be in the condition that he wants them to be in. So Schumacher and Webster are exchanging positions again.
Well, Reefer is 3 tenths quicker than P2 and 3 in that last lap. And almost 6 tenths quicker than Albon. Here comes Kazzy on the outside. This is a tough place to overtake.
But he does it.
He got it done, well done.
He has done it, he done it.
Roger Rascal speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, it's not going his way at the moment, is it?
That was a nice move from Kazzy. It's really tough to overtake in that corner. It's quite fast, and it's a 2-part corner, so.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, will Webster answer Kazzy Babe now, because he's now back in with the DRS zone? Will he be able to recoup that little mistake he made earlier? Got to keep your head down, mate. Got to keep your head down. You know, just tackle it, take it bit by bit, my friend. Bit by bit. Get in his slipstream, my friend. He's gone a little bit wide on the corner there. He's also got an Alfa Romeo sniffing up his gearbox as well. There's someone wanting a little bit of Honda power on their mantelpieces today, because wow, Schumacher has managed to take Albon. Schumacher seems to have got it together,
Albon
guys.
hits.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it goes under the hard. That's quite early stuff. 23 laps on the hard is going to be... Oh, is it mediums? Oh, it's mediums. He's just put mediums on again. Yeah. That's unusual though, because he was on a medium, so I don't know what he's trying to do. If he's to go to like that 14 or something, or 15, they will put on hards.
How many laps did he do on his mediums in qualifying 2 though? That's the question. Were they quite worn?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so this is where it could be a medium soft here. It can work, but you've got to have some serious pace. So this is all to play for. So we've got a 3-car train at the moment between P6, P5, P6 and P7. So it's RSF1 Webster leading the train with Kazi Bay slightly behind him, and then RSF1 Button is also behind him. But RSF1 Button is on 6-lap old soft tyres. Them tyres are not going to be happy with him at the moment. He is going to be struggling for that grip soon. I'm sure of it, and he will be boxing, because like if we've had a medium run of boxing already, them soft tyres are not going to be in a very pretty state. Unless, like I said, he's an official... Oh no! Oh no!
Exit turn 12. What a shame. Chasing out for the button. Lost it. Albon out with
Button stays out for another lap. He's out on for 7 laps on the softs. Wow, he is getting some good tyre wear out of his thingy. Oh, there's a McLaren start to sniff for a move there on the Toro Rosso. This is where it could happen, guys. We are now going to follow this move. He's got his DRS zone. Will Webster defend well?
Oh, great move from Military Virus. He wanted to put him under pressure in turn 1 and 2 and got the cut back. Up he goes.
Nice. But unfortunately, Kazi Babe has not made the move on RSF on Webster. The field at the moment, apart from these two, are all starting to spread out. They're all over a second apart from each other. So, actually, Zombie Head, sorry, is right behind CCRL Clark, but for whatever reason, he's dropped back a little bit. CCRO Clark, is he gonna... Zombie Head, no? Okay. So, Rogers Ruckles has pitted for the hards. He is now going to do 23 laps on the hard tyres.
Won the first or the Hasses. The Hasses lost it. Connor Todd! Oh my god, Connor Todd.
Yeah.
He's down to 6th. That's really confusing, because there was yellow flags on the top left, but there was no yellow flag on the full track map.
RSF on Alonso's just got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So, guys, this is getting us. So, Kazi Babe is still right behind RSF on Webster, but he's not opened up his DRS for this zone. So, why was that? Why did he not have it open? So now he's got it. No, he's got it open now.
As Button goes onto the medium, so he's probably going to do a 2-stop as well. It made those soft class really long.
There seems to be a lot of drivers doing some medium two-stop strategies here. Interesting.
Schumacher's back into his podium place after the drop.
Yeah, he's back into P3. So can he now, like, collectively, he's got a little bit of breathing space now between him and Jay Locker. Let's put his head together. Will he be better on the hards? Will he have a better stint? I know the undercut is very, very powerful on this track. Very powerful. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3.
Oh, it's a red ball.
Jay Locker! Jay Locker!
No. Oh no! Again, Jay Locker. It's like P2 was cursed. It was Military Virus. It was Connor Todd. It's Jay Locker. They're all crashing from P2. There'll surely be an investigation into that after this report. That is just Turn 12 was catching out a lot of drivers here, and Jay Locker did not need that. He was up 10 positions. Oh no.
Absolutely. We've got currently 32 viewers at the moment, guys. So that has cost Jay Locker.
Victim of that, to be honest. No, definitely
and so
not.
was Connor Todd. There's front wings being changed over in his pit lane. Connor Todd is going out on softs. And so is Kazi Bay. They go both out on soft. Is that a mistake?
That must be a mistake. Because the hards can make it from here, so I don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
But so, look at the lead Reaper has, and Schumacher back up
10 seconds. 10 seconds. It is a Renault 1-2, guys. Team Renault have got a 1-2 potential here. I'm sure there's people.
Mercedes gone. GCRL. GCRL just won it. Turn 1.
Yeah, it's just a standard spin, thankfully. Okay, so we have got a potential 1-2 here, guys. But RSF1 Alonso is right behind Timmer in the Alfa Romeo. He is on the hard tyres, so he will be doing the longest stint. Timmer is on 9-lap hards.
Disconnected right in front of CCRL.
Oh no. So that means AI driver is going to be taking over. But remember, guys, the rule is if your AI driver does something wrong, you are held responsible for it.
Oh, contact. Oh, CCRL had to cut the corner because of contact.
Yeah. So Will, this is it. This is a move, guys. Potential brewing up move here. It's RSF1 Alonso against Timmer 1911 in the.
There he goes.
Toro Rosso. So it's Alfa Romeo. It's Honda versus Ferrari.
No defense.
Pulls out, makes the move, takes the inside line, but can he make it stick? Will Timmer?
Can he get the putback though?
Will Timmer answer back on the next bit? He gets a perfect exit out of that one. Timmer does.
No ERS.
And no DRS, but he does make the move. Oh, he makes a move. No. Whoa, that was a bit ambitious there from Timmer, but hats off for trying, my man. Absolutely hats off. But unfortunately, it did not work out for you on that one. But now you've got RSF1 Lauda, who's now going to capitalise because obviously he's had to correct where he went a little bit on that track.
I believe Lauda was the one saying he didn't expect much in the chat earlier. Starting down at like 15th or 16th, now he's 7th.
Okay, so let's just have a look. If the leader was to pit now, where would they come out? So, we have got... He's got 20... So, come out 4th. Come out 4th. It's about 22 seconds for a pit stop. 22 seconds around Bahrain. So he'd come up just in front of RSF1 Alonso, maybe or just behind him, depending on how quick the Renault boys are in the pit stop. And if
V3 and military virus behind him. So that's quite early from.
So Rebster's out on the hard. So is Rebster going for the undercut?
Yeah.
Are these boys going for the undercut to like get ahead of everyone because the pit stops are starting to happen?
Oh, Lauda's right behind Timmer here. Going to turn 4. He goes to the inside. Timmer doesn't defend. Oh, easy move. Yeah, he's got it done. Oh, Timmer's struggling, I think.
Yeah, it does appear that way that Timmer is struggling. RSF1 Lauda's. Go on.
From 15th or 16th to 4th, Lauda at the moment, so it's a great. Not net, but still up into 4th.
Yeah, okay. So, guys, we have got 2 Renaults leading 1-2. We have got an Alfa Romeo in 3rd, a Ferrari in 4th, Toro Rosso in currently provisional 5th, RSF1 Albon in the Mercedes in 2nd, and Schumacher SF7 just got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Now, this is where it is the time where it makes or breaks people, because what happens is if you got time penalties and you don't realise how much short the gap is. But we have got Connor Todd right behind Military Virus here. Softs versus hards. Who's going to win? My bet is on the softs, because you know them hards might be fresh, but them softs have definitely got a lot more traction into them, and through the next
top 2 pit.
corners.
Oh, the top 2. Oh no, I think they've got enough time between them. Yeah, just a little bit. Schumacher was held up by about a second or so, but he got out. pretty clearly. Yeah,
RSF1
gets
Alonso takes the provisional lead, but that's fine. That is fine for the Renault boys. I'm sure this is an unusual position for RSF1 Alonso as well, because he is in the lead of a race.
Tim Pitts. Connor Todd's had a military virus. Got him into turn 1. Pretty smooth.
Fantastic. Overcome Morphin. So Cesar Clark's coming into the pits as well. What's he going to put on?
He's retired.
He's put on the hards. Oh, he's retired from the session. He's given up. That is a shame.
Definitely. It's pretty close between 8, 9 and 10 at the moment.
Yeah. So Military Virus is currently 8 tenths behind Connor Todd. Now, Connor Todd's tyres are going to go off pretty quick, whereas obviously Military Virus is in it for the long run now. Yeah. He has got a... Oh, V-Reefer. V-Reefer is right behind RSF1 Alonso. Will this move work sweetly for V-Reefer? RSF1 Alonso is pitting in. He's going in the pit stop. Yep. So there's no response there. He's got a free bit of DRS there. That strategy has panned out perfectly for him. Absolutely perfect. So RSF1 Alonso, where's he going to come out?
So Webster up to a net 3rd place right now, and he'd be gaining on Schumacher for 2nd. So let's see what happens when they catch Albon up ahead. He still has quite a long way to go on those mediums.
So 15 laps on mediums, Bamba. Can it be done?
Yes. Yeah, I went 14 yesterday, so yeah.
Okay. So Alonso's currently sitting in P10, but there will be drivers making stops before he might capitalise on that one. So RSF1 Lauda currently sitting in P2 on 13 lap old hards. RSF1 Albon is currently sitting in P3 on 7 lap old mediums, but they do have to. Both of these drivers do have to make a second stop and make a stop each again. Schumacher SF7, he's currently out on the hards. Looks like he's settling down, ready to take it in for the long, hard roll of the race. RSF1 Webster in a net P3rd is currently 2.5 seconds, well, just under 2.5 seconds behind Schumacher SF7. Now he could be on here, could be on for a podium here, but however, RSF1 Button is on 5 lap old mediums. I believe may have to not stop again because he is starting on softs.
Albon dives over to the pit now.
Okay, so that puts Schumacher back into P3. So RSF1 Button though has not got a lot of ERS to respond well to overtake RSF1 Webster, and RSF1 Webster is currently harvesting at the moment, so ready to answer for an attack. The one thing that Webster's got in his favour here is his tyres are going to be a lot more able to put up the pressure for the rest of the race, whereas towards the end of the race, those mediums that RSF1 Buttons on, they are currently 6 laps old. They are going to be screaming at him, and he's going to. Oh no! It's going to cost him here, because obviously AI doesn't do you justice, and Military Virus is going to capitalise on this hugely. As you can see now already, the gap's starting to shrink so quickly as the AI breaks.
Oh.
And this is going to be so messy, I think, guys. Well, not messy, but he is a sitting duck. No response there at all. The AI car just does not have the fight that a normal driver would have. So that's Military Virus up to P6. RSF1 Button, though, is still in DRS. No, he's not anymore in DRS range with RSF1 Webster. RSF1 Webster has managed to close the gap, but he is now managed to pull the second. Side by side, takes the move. This is where the AI does not understand racing edit, because it may just hit into the back of you and send you for a spin, but no, he gets far enough ahead. So Button has managed to stay in with the DRS range of RSF1 Webster, but RSF1 Webster is answering and defending so well. Yes, you can, as long as it's no more than 3 times. So, RSF1 Lauda, he's doing 15 laps hard at the moment. Is he doing what I think he could be doing? This is now a question, Bamba. Do you think he's going to do a hard to soft strategy here?
He could well be doing that. He is.
He's now getting close to in that range. He can do another few more laps.
He come out around 9th or so. No. He come out around. He come out around 10th if we were to do that.
Yeah. But he will be flying towards that last end part, and like, how quick would he capitalise on the other drivers on slower tyres? That's the question.
I mean, he might as well do it because he's already up. Even if he comes out in 10th, he's already up like 5 or 6 positions on his qualifying. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got Timmer and Zombie Head now starting to brew up a little battle here, guys. It's Red Bull A team versus Red Bull B team. Who is the superior? And it looks like Timmer is in a Red Bull sandwich. He is the meat between the 2 pieces of bread.
Is that Connor Todd's AI pitting, or is it him? I think it might be his AI.
It might be his AI, because I've just...
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Solid Zombie Head pit.
And that's a lovely move there made by Timmer. J Locker had no answer for that whatsoever. Oh no, sorry. What am I seeing there? You were just, because I was just looking at the stream, because it looked like Connor's Xbox has switched itself off. And gone into the pits. So Timmer is able to gain on that one and starts leading a chase after RSF1 Alonso, who is currently out on mediums. We will see. We will see. So, race, guys. This is turning out to now starting to settle down. But
J Locker right on the rear Timmer.
Schumacher and Lauda, they are getting very close to each other. Schumacher has closed in on RSF1 Lauda. Lauda's tyres must not be happy right now, because obviously he is nursing them as much as he can. So Lauda goes into the pits. He's going in to change his boots. Schumacher takes back P2, and Webster should now take back P3. What is Button's also taken up P4. Military Virus back in P5. So RSF1 now comes out on the mediums. He's come out on mediums.
J Locker got Timmer, but he went wide at the penultimate corner, which might invite Timmer to have a go here. It's going to be close between them and Lauda. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's a turn out of it, Locker. It's a turn out of it. And Lauda stays ahead on fresher mediums. This has worked out brilliantly for Lauda.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at this but J Locker's got the momentum. His tyres are up to temperature. He's able to do it. And oh no, yeah, you are right there, Bamba. It's such a shame, because that was a perfect overtake there, thrown away.
Yeah. This worked really, really well for Lauda. He's up about. He's up. He's up 10 positions. He started 17th, and there's more positions to game. So he is up. So it's Button's up 11 positions, so it's worked out really well for this.
Yeah. But I have to admit though, Schumacher, from having that awful start of the race, has managed to definitely keep his head together and kept it together, and he's regained P2. So the Renaults are back in command of the race in P1 and P2. So in 3rd place is a Toro Rosso RSF1 Webster, but RSF1 Button in the Alfa Romeo is chasing him down hard on medium tyres. But I can assure you right now, yes, he does have to pit again, which gives Webster a little bit of breathing room there. But well, technically he doesn't have to pit because he started on softs, but the life of them tyres on them life of them mediums must not be good. I would not like to be his race engineer tonight and going, oh, come on,
Oh,
guys.
Locker! Lauda overshot turn 1. This could give Locker a run onto the second straight. Up to turn 4. 3 tenths between them.
And there's Timmer also there capitalising, but Lauda does defend very well there, puts the car in the right position of that Ferrari. That Ferrari knows, people who drive Ferrari know how to defend well, because that's what Ferrari drivers do. They have to defend because there's a lot of things. Oh, it looks like someone has had another dropout in connection. Okay, so RSF1 button now is currently half a second behind RSF1 Webster. So this is where the button... Oh, and it gets a little bit shaky there, and Webster makes a mistake. And Button's able to capitalise on it. Webster gets back behind the slipstream though, because he knows what's coming up next. He's going to get the DRS down the start-finish straight. He knows that he'll be able to capitalise back on that move that RSF1 Webster has just lost. So RSF1 Webster is now going to get behind the slipstream of... And it opens up his DRS, and there's going to be no response whatsoever from the Alfa Romeo, because surely Webster's not going to take him down into turn 1. He's going to hold his patience, I think, and take him into turn 3 or turn 4. Sorry, but he doesn't. He can't answer. Webster has dropped to P4 at the moment, but RSF1 Buttons currently sits in P3 on medium tyres. This, guys, is an amazing battle, because this is where it gets shirty, because, like, this is where all the technical section comes into the race here, guys, because, like, if you go in side by side and get one move wrong, which almost happens... Opens up the DRS down the back straight. Come on, Webster, make the move! Does Webster have penalties, Bambo? Can you just check the race director, please? We need to make sure that this race...
Two warnings.
He's got 2 warnings, so no current penalties at the moment, Shane 0407. Webster makes the move, but but he's not going to have the DRS now, because I think he was slightly ahead as the DRS as they crossed the DRS line. What?
Oh, he's pitted. That's why Button's pitted.
Button has pitted, so he is going to put the softs on surely now. Go soft, medium, soft. It's got to be the way. If you want to make time up, my man, you have got to slap the softs on. No!
No way, come on. He probably didn't
mediums.
Have a spare set of fresh softs.
And that's going to cost him dearly. So this is turning to peanuts. So Jay Locker at the moment is currently less than a second behind RSF1 Lauda. The Red Bull versus Ferrari. This is a Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc moment, guys. Will they bang wheels? Will they not give way to each other? Will someone do a mighty spin? We don't know. But also we have got Timmer also right behind the back of the Mercedes of RSF1 Albon. We have got a couple of battles here brewing up. So will Timmer make this move on this back straight? Let's find out, guys. He's opened up his DRS. No, he hasn't. He's not opening up the DRS. Is he forgetting to do it, or has he got an issue there with his DRS? I hope for his sake that there's no issues with his DRS, because like that will make passing very, very difficult. So Jay Locker now comes around. Oh, and RSF1 Webster gets a 3-second time penalty. Such a shame. Doing so well. Okay, so Jay Locker, half a second, or just over half a second, comes down the pit straight. He is going to make a move. A DRS open. He's mapped up his car. Setting himself up for the second DRS zone. There's a hash just come out the pits. Guys, watch out for that pit exit as well. Will he make the move? No,
Connor Todd's still not back in.
Still not back in, no. The AI is really, really not doing him any favours there at all whatsoever. Kazi Babe, though, is currently half a second behind Zombie Head for P11, and Zombie Head has just got a 3-second time penalty.
Kazi joined back, or is he still disconnected?
I'm not too sure. I haven't seen the join screen at the moment. I don't want. So Connor Todd's currently piling around on AI mode. So Jay Locker again is half a second behind RSF1 Lauder. Can he capitalise on this move? Because they have just lapped the Haas. Will he make the move? Will no, he's too far ahead. Lauda is responding and answering well. The low drag setup of that Ferrari is working out well. And Jay Locker goes out on the inside. They touch wheels. Oh, it does not work. It does not really get him on the inside line. No, he doesn't. But will he get the better exit and open up the DRS and try and make the move again? But no, does not happen. Does not happen at all. And also now, guys, Schumacher is only 8 seconds behind Vivi for his teammate. Will they be on team orders? We've got 6 laps left. Excuse me. Will we see more action between the top 3? Is Rebster just holding his head down now? P3, I've got myself a solid podium here. Will he settle for that, or will he go for it? And Schumacher sets the fastest lap of the race at 1:31.2. So he is on it, and Webster gets another 3-second time penalty. If he is not careful, he could be losing his podium on penalties, and that's just on merit. It'll be such a shame if he does, because he's worked hard for this, really worked hard. And found, oh my God, Alonso. Oh no, it's Military Virus pitting, so that's why Alonso's now ahead.
What's this?
Miniature Virus pitted. He's gone on to softs.
This is odd. He's trying to drop out of points.
No, he won't. He's going for the fastest lap.
Yep. Why would you want 2 points instead of 8?
Yeah, I know.
Unless he knows something we don't know.
Quite possible. Quite possible. So, RSF1 Alonso. Oh no! RSF1 Alonso and Rebster. This is going to get a heated moment, because Alonso has managed to steal
What's happened to Rebster?
From Rebster. Whether Rebster's made a mistake or what, I do not know, but
He's lost so much time here.
Yes, he has. Has Rebster got issues or damage or something like that? Let's have a look at Rebster's car.
Yeah, he's got damage. No, he hasn't. Never mind.
No.
I'll check.
He's got 3-second time, but he's got 6 seconds.
Yeah, so does Alonso. So that was the position. But Lauda has none. So Lauda is in position to take P4 off Rebster if he finishes within 6 seconds.
This is not worked out for Rebster at all. Rebster lost audio, hence why he couldn't hear his engine apparently.
That is such a shame.
That's horrible when that happens, because you've got a shot. Well, if you're a driver, like a real life driver, like you listen to your engine or your car, you don't look at your speedo, and that's how I change gear with the game. I listen to the engine. I'm not looking at the rev counter all the time. Yeah, I'm just now on board of Rebster now. I think he's managing to, he's short shifting a little bit there as well. Oh, J-Locker. Still half a second behind Lauda.
Yeah,
he's
Lauda
not being able to get behind. He seems to be not be getting past this Ferrari very well at the moment. Right, will he make the move? Will he be able to make the move and make it stick? This is the question now. Will he make a lunge for it? You're a little bit too far away, J Locker. Don't make a silly move. Don't make a silly move. Well done. Bide your time, my friend. Absolutely bide your time. You can do this. Power! Frontline speed! Overtakes the Ferrari beautifully there on the inside line. Takes a turn through turn 4. But the Ferrari's going to answer back to him. Get him on the switch back to make him on the inside line for turn 5 and 6. But John Knocker has managed to make it stick and gets ahead of the Ferrari at last. Oh, but he's gone wide. He's gone wide, but the Ferrari capitalises on it. Car number 13 has managed to capitalise on a mistake made by J Locker there. And again, they're the hammer and tongs here, guys. Absolutely hammer and tongs. J Locker gets the DRS. He's gonna get the faster line through here because he's got the less drag. But the Ferrari is sticking in there. He is not letting it go. RSF1 Alonso has a 3-second time penalty as well. So this could initially hand back Rebster P3.
If Lauda has an engineer, I'd suggest he tells him that for Lauda to back off because Blocker has a 5-second penalty. Lauda doesn't.
This is shaping up to be a good battle here, guys, between the Ferrari and the Red Bull. We've got, and they're switching positions again. Oh, and they bank wheels, and J Locker's got a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits by the looks of it. So RSF1 Lauda, he's now back in P5, but if a Rebster gets another penalty, he could lose. He could jump into P3. How many penalties has Alonso got, Bamba?
2. 3.
So Alonso's rebster's got 9 seconds worth of penalties. Rebster's got 6. Is that right?
Yeah. Louder than 9.
Right, so Rebster needs to pull in 3 seconds. Pull within 3 seconds of RSF1 Alonso to snatch away the podium. Can he do it? RSF1 Alonso has retired from the session. What has happened? Turn 12. Oh no. Right, this could hand everything over to RSF1 Lauda to P3.
Just like last week, someone loses it on the penultimate lap and race over. I'd say if Lauda is able to hang on for podium driver day without 17th to 3rd, oh my god.
Yeah, but Locker as well?
I don't know though, because he finished ahead of him and Locker started behind. And Locker made more mistakes, like the spin earlier.
And also Locker's got penalties as well, a lot more penalties.
Yeah, true. Whereas Lauda's got none, he hasn't made a mistake. He's gone from 17th to 3rd, got the strategy right.
Yep. We've also got to put Schumacher SF7 in his contention as well, because from that awful start, dropping all the way to midfield.
That was a fault that he created himself.
Yeah, granted, but credit where credit's due, my man.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's a good drive, but for me, it has to be louder.
Yeah, very. Yeah. So well, let's let's get there as well, because they are scrapping at the moment, hammer and tong, absolutely hammer and tong at the moment. And Button is chasing in on Timmer. We've also got a shout out for RSF1 for Reefer 42 being driver of the day for absolute domination.
Yeah, definitely, like 40 seconds over, or 35 seconds over third place, like that's crazy.
Pole position, race victory.
Almost
if he
every
has
lap.
The fastest lap.
Who was it?
Schumacher has it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be a tough call to make, guys. Okay, guys, we're going to need your help here. Driver of the day. Your candidates today are RSF1 Lauda, VRE for 42, and I'm going to throw the name in it, Schumacher SF7. Please give your vote out on the chat as fast as you can. You have less than 1 lap to do it. So VRE crosses the line in P1, makes absolute domination of a race. In P2, crossing the line is Schumacher SF7, creating a Renault 1-2. Crossing the line in P3 will be RSF1 Rebster, but will he hold the position? Probably not, because RSF1 Lauda is 2 seconds behind him and he has time penalties. Unfortunately, RSF1 Webster does have time penalties. How many time penalties, how many positions will he lose because of the time penalties is a different question. So, cross the line P3 at the moment, but RSF1 Lauda snatches it to P, drops into P4. So P3 is RSF1 Lauda. RSF1 Albon P5, Military Virus in P6. Timmer crosses the line and jumps to 5th. J Locker P9, Zombie Head will finish to the last of the point scorers in P10. Wow, guys. Absolute gut. Wow. Reefer.
Yeah, Mr.
Reefer. I think we're going to have to go with the audience here, mate. Sheer domination. Domination. So, guys, that is it. Your winner today is V Reefer 42, aka what's the bloody car name?
Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen. And your driver of the day, a Renault 1-2. Absolutely fantastic. Wow,
that's
guys, what a race.
44 points, isn't it?
44 points for the team Renault, yeah, and the fastest lap.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Between the two of them.
44.
Absolutely fantastic. What domination from the Renault guys there. Bamba, do you want to do the honours? This is going to be one awesome chat tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'll invite them now. Only one penalty between the top 3. That's some hard consistency.
Yeah. Wow, guys. So that's it. That is your inaugural winner of today. So let's scroll down here through the name. So P1 is BB for 42, Schumacher in 2nd, RSF1 Lauda in 3rd, Rebster in 4th, well deserved. Timmer in 5th. So that's good solid points for the Toro Rosso. Albon in 6th, Military Virus in 7th, Button in 8th. 9th is J Locker, Zombie Head P10, and your non-point scorers are Timonic in 11th, Overcome Offman in 12th, 13th is Connor Todd, Kazi Babe in 14th, and Rogers Rascals in 15th. Okay, guys.
Lauda hasn't got a mic.
Lauda hasn't got a mic. Okay, so it will just be the two Renault boys that are interviewing today because unfortunately we don't have another driver of the day.
It's just one. Oh, here we go. There we go.
It is just one. Okay, guys, please. Okay, so not Rebs. So Lauda is just saying he kept his head down, kept on pushing, and he was lucky to pick the podium up, etc., etc. It would be nice to have a nice, a proper conversation with him, but unfortunately we're not able to due to having no microphone. Guys, can you please make sure you have pressed the little tick in the party chat to include your audio on the stream?
Yeah, already done. Yeah, done.
Lovely jubbly. Bamba, do you want to take Schumacher and I shall take
Yeah,
Khalifa?
sure. Alright, well done there, Schumacher. It's your first race in F5 and you're stepping in for Felipe, but what a race, man. Did you think you'd start off that strong?
I had a feeling, but you never know until you're racing. How strong you're going to be. It's one of my favourite tracks, so I'm happy. Poor start, anti-stall kicked in, and then I got hit up the backside, so had no DRS for the first 10 laps. That's why I couldn't gain on straight away. So I was just managing my fuel mixture and depleting my ERS just to keep going until they come back online.
Yeah, we were on board with you a few times in qualifying, and that was how smooth you were. For an F5 drivers, a lot of them were pad users. Looked like you were a wheel driver. Talk us through how you drive and what gets you around the track that fast, because you're just so smooth.
Well, this is one of my favourite tracks, and the setup does help. If you see me in China next week, you'll see the opposite. I don't particularly hook it up pretty good, but yes, I have a wheel and a play seat, so I enjoy racing. But the way I do it is just don't turn the wheel quick. On the pad, you have to stick hard to start to turn. On the wheel, you just turn fractionally, and it swoops the car around and picks up the apex. Don't brake. Let the car do the brake in the gearing, and pull away. That's it.
So are you on a wheel?
Yes.
Okay. Brilliant.
Yeah, we noticed you kind of fell down the order at the start there. I gained the position, but then lost one. But after the spaces kind of opened up, you seemed to fall into a groove and just gain and not make any mistakes. I think there was one penalty between the top three, so was it hard to keep your concentration throughout the race?
Yeah, my teammate talking constantly in my blimmin' ear. So I raced with.
Hello?
I don't know what happened there.
Okay. We'll move on to...
Sorry, my pad turned off.
Oh.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I just kept going and pushed. Took the softs to the critical point, which was pretty nice, pretty icy. There's the word, icy around the double right-hander. So yeah.
Well, cool.
Hopefully, I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, but hopefully you'll be driving for a Renault. Well, GG.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations on P2, my friend. Is it your first race for our league?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, very well done.
Thank you.
Okay, so we now move on to our race winner. Some people call him Lightning McQueen. We call him VV42. He is also today's driver of the day for sheer domination of the event today. So, tell me from your perspective. Tell me about your qualifying. Where did you get that time from, and how did you hook the lap up?
Qualifying was the magnitude of practicing with the F1 guys all week, getting little tips and tricks.
Yeah.
And it paid off. I didn't expect
Were
to be
you
that quick, but
was you surprised to be on pole?
to be honest, no, I wasn't. I knew I had the pace from the community race midweek, so I knew I had the pace for pole. I just didn't think it was going to be that 1:27.8. I didn't think I was going to make that.
Well, that was gonna. I was quite shocked at that time as well, because that was my pole time on Monday, and I was just like, wow. You know, F5 really. You know, the pace tonight from the F5 division has absolutely flabbergasted me completely.
It was shocking. It was shocking to be fair.
It's not shocking. It's good, because it means that obviously the F4 boys have got to push the pace up a little bit more.
Indeed.
But if anyone watched last night's race in the F1 race, geez, that was quick.
Yeah.
26.
There's a good battle between Hush and Karoon as well.
Yeah. So, you raced though. You got a good start. You kind of like sailed away with it. So, was it pretty uneventful?
For 80% in that race, I was in lean and none. I just controlled the race. I was pulling out a gap. I had no reason to push. No reason to make myself spin or anything. So lean and none most of the race and just cruised. Wasn't really not eventful at all.
You weren't singing to yourself, Austin, there, like Smooth Operator or anything like that, like doing a bit of a Carlos Sainz and then like Smooth Operator.
There might have been a little.
So obviously you worked together in Team Garage today. Tell me, did you have a certain someone called Shane being your race engineer, like goading you boys up, saying, "Come on, boys, let's get it done"?
We sure did, but there was also another little fantastic German, Vettel.
Oh yeah.
He was quite helpful today as well. So Shane and Vettel together, great engineers.
Wow. Absolutely fantastic result for the Renault team, guys. 44 points for your overall team constructors. So
the first one for Renault all season.
Yeah, and that will also...
And the last if I'm not driving in here again.
Well, you never know what could be happening, Schumacher. But no, it was an absolute belter of a race to watch from our perspective. I enjoyed commentating on it this evening. It's a shame that, again, we can't hear from P3, RSF1 Lauda, but he made a massive recovery drive tonight, guys. Please do not forget about this. He started in P17 and finished 3rd.
Yeah, great drive. Congratulations, bro.
So it was an absolute fantastic drive there from our RSF1 Lauda. What are your thoughts for next week, Lightning McQueen, for China? How are you feeling?
China's not one of my best tracks. It's one of the weaker on the calendar. So as long as I can get points, hopefully a podium, I'll be happy.
What's your wet weather pace like as well? Because China is notorious for wet weather.
My wet weather pace is probably more stronger than my dry weather pace, to be honest.
Ooh.
So I'm kind of hoping more towards the wet weather. Which could be beneficial for myself, but we'll see what goes.
Okay, Schumacher, if you've got a seat for next week, are you feeling China?
To test the place. Don't like it. Don't like it in the wet, especially. So.
And Lauda's just said the same in the chat as well. Anyway, we need to wrap things up because we're running on time now. So, fantastic race result for the Renault boys there. Well done, Lauda, bringing some solid points in for Ferrari. Tomorrow night, guys, tune in at 8 o'clock for Division 3 for the last race around Bahrain. You have got the Banger Sisters on the comms tomorrow night of RSF1 Verstappen and RSF1 Alonso. I'm sure we'll be hearing lots of frontline speeds coming up. But no, tonight has been an absolute pleasure to watch you guys race. So we all bid you all good night. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We will be back next week, myself and Bamba Viking, for China Division 5. So please tune in. It has been one good race again. Congratulations. I am our RSF1 Raikkonen. I've been co-commentating tonight with RSF, sorry, with Bamba Viking. It's a long